Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Shay Rippinger, and I'm the host of Welcome to the Hoopla, y'all show, where we talk about health, humor, and hooping. I am your hostess, Shay Rippinger of Hip to Hoopla. I'm just previewing a little hoop move that I'm going to teach in a little bit. It is a cool move that you can do as a grip move, or you can do as an open-handed move. All right, so 20 minutes in and out or less. Let's get started. All right, so the theme of today's show is wound up. Now, why that one? Well, it turns out I wear a watch all the time. And the other day, performing with my husband's the new band Orin, I was just it came unclipped and I lost part of it. And so I'm wearing a little replacement watch at the moment, which is floating around my hand. So anyway, and for anybody that is of a certain age group that actually wears a watch anymore, you might wear a Fitbit or you might just use your phone as a clock or whatever. But yeah, I'm old school and I still wear a watch and I love my watch. And I like the second hand too because I actually use it for a lot of stuff. Anyway, wound up, when I was looking up the definition of it, a lot of it had negative connotation. And I don't mean wound up in a negative connotation whatsoever. I mean more like energized. So I'm a little amped right now just because it's fun to do this show and I want to have nice energy and have this be fun and entertaining for you to watch and get you some good information in a short amount of time. So, so my health tip for did you know, and also where are you watching from in the world? Hi. Oh, Susan Curcio is watching on Instagram. So cool, cool, cool. I'm so glad. I've got a 2-camera setup right now. Right now we're live on Facebook and I'm live, I believe, on a story on Instagram. I'm not sure. Anyway, and then I will have this posted on YouTube as well. So this is episode 73 of the Hoop Love Y'all show. So there are many other episodes to catch. I try and impart some good information in all of them. So what herb do you think, what herb family do you think is an energizing herb to have to use to help energize you, to give you some energy? Lavender is not one of them, but anyway, I'll give you a little hint. It gives you like so if I were to open up a bottle of, and I'm not even going to show the label right now, but if I were to open up this one and I took a little whiff of it, and when I say little whiff, I just kind of just roll it around, and it's like, whoa, very potent. It's very eye-opening. You don't want to rub this on your fingers and then rub your eyes because you'll have major issues on that. As with, you might have that on most things. But anyway, and hi, Vicki, how you doing? I think, let me know where you're watching from. I think, Vicki, I think you're in Colorado. And let's see here. I can wave on there. And so, yeah. So the mint family is a very energizing herb. The energizing group of herbs. So when I say mint family, and there's lots of different ways to use this too. So I'm talking about the spearmint, peppermint, catmint, which is actually catnip, which it actually can be used as a sleep aid too. So, but if you have a cat and you've ever had catnip, you know that it's like crack for kitties, right, Capri? So she's coming in right now. Oh, let's get a cat cameo in here. There's the cat. She loves, oh, she's tangled on me already. She loves catnip, and it makes her go pretty nuts. This little girl is 19 years old right now. So, yeah, catnip is energizing for kitties, relaxing for humans. But in the mint family, yes, so you have all your mints. I also like wintergreen and spearmint, and so there's lots of different variations of mint. And if you are doing any gardening, you can do all kinds. They have amazing amounts of mint now. It's kind of like rose bushes. There's just like whole bunch of varieties. I've grown chocolate mint before. I've grown, yes, mint does grow. I've seen one of the comments come up. It grows. And if you want to grow mint, I highly recommend growing it in a container because it spreads like wildfire. It'll send out like these roots that it'll take over areas. So if you put it in a container, that helps contain it. Some things are self-explanatory, but you know, sometimes you gotta be funny with it. So yeah, so you get I just got this here. I've also had bubblegum mint in the past, which actually does smell like bubblegum. It's really bizarre, but it's really cool and fun. I've grown apple mint, which is a really pretty one, and it has like fuzzy leaves, so they're like really soft, and it's that's really neat. This year I think I have let's see here. I've also grown orange mint. And then this year, I know I have strawberry mint, and then I think I have spearmint growing out in the garden as well. So those are some fun ones that you can grow in the garden. And then, you know, maybe you don't have a garden to grow in, but you can grow in like maybe your kitchen windowsill or somewhere that you have that, you know, even if you have at your desk where you work, you could have like a little plant of mint, and that's useful because you can just reach over and all you have to do is rub the leaf a little bit and you'll get some of the essential oils off of that, and it'll smell lovely, and it's just nice and fragrant and also energizing. So hence it goes with the wound up theme. So wound up in a good way. So it helps so that you can avoid caffeine if you can. So you don't have to necessarily have a coffee fix, or, you know, I do tea now, but I'm also trying to regulate my caffeine to lower, and right now I'm trying to like have it out. So that way you have natural energy, and you know, so that's a really cool thing. So the mint family. Try the mint family for health and energy and vibrancy. It's really neat. So on that note, we're going to move along to the laughter yoga exercise. So in the show, I do a little laughter yoga exercise, and what it helps do is helps promote a lot of breathing, getting some oxygenation in the lungs, and getting expansiveness going. And disease does not live in well oxygenated cells. So the more that you can breathe, and believe me, I have to remember to do this too. We're only going to do this for a couple minutes, so I highly recommend do this along with me. Comments, let me know how you're doing with it, and have some fun with it. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to stand for this. Oh, just sorry, kitty. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is we're going to take the arms around, and we're going to take them. I'm going to go from left to right around. So we're going to just do this in a clockwise position. So the way you may be looking at me may be counterclockwise and maybe clockwise, depending on which way you have your device set up to watch this. So what we're going to do is take the arms, and we're going to take a nice inhale in, and then as we come up at the top, we're going to exhale out nice and big. So inhale in with a nice big smile, and then laugh it out on the other half. Inhale it in all the way up to the top, and then exhale it down. And one more time, inhale in clockwise and exhale out. And at the end of laughter yoga exercises, what we do is we take our hands together nice and big so we hit all the acupressure points on our hands. We go very good, yay. We do that twice, so do it with me one more time. Very good, yay. See, wasn't that fun? And easy, and it only takes a couple minutes, and it can energize your day so that you can be wound up in a positive and natural way. So it helps give you a little bit of energy. And also when you stand up, like let's say you're working at your desk all day, and if you just stand up, get a little bit of energy, even if you're at a cubicle, this is a nice thing to do. Okay, so moving along, while I'm standing, I'm just going to remain standing and get in our hoop move for today. So this is so you can do this as a grip move. So what I mean by grip move is you can take this, and there's going to have to be a point where you have to release it, but you can also do this as a non-grip move. So if you're a beginner just starting out, and I'm using a small hoop because I'm in a small space here, but I'm going to start this out with a, at the bottom of the hoop at the 6 o'clock position. So we're going to be using that clock analogy here. Kitty is right underneath my feet, so I have to be careful not to step on her. So we're going to be taking this around, and I'm going to go clockwise with this. This is the direction I'm going. You can go counterclockwise if you want, but I'm just demonstrating in a clockwise direction. So I'm going to go down, 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 down. Right at the bottom, I'm going to have to release and let this roll over the back of the hand, regrip, and then bring this up. So I can control this the whole way and then bring it back down. So as a grip move, you can release it and then regrip. Release, regrip. Release, regrip. Release, regrip. So in slow-mo, down, 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 and then release. I'm rolling over the back of the hand. I'm reaching and I'm changing my grip to, so there's what we call, let's see here. I'm using Emma Kenna's terminology for the grips because I love her terminology. So this one is sleepy spider. So the little legs are up, or she calls that the dead spider as well. And then we're going to be changing to penguin grip. So think of the penguin like this. It's a really weird, kind of awkward grip. So you're moving, and if you want to work to a hand grip position where you're working this over as a drill, you're going to be taking it from one side, rolling the hand over, and trying not to let this pendulum, because that's a different move. So although when you're doing this, you actually are moving, so you'll pendulum this, the around the world move a little bit, okay? So again, if you're just starting out, do this as a grip move. So you're taking this, this one is a wake spider when the feet are down, the little legs are down, and then coming around, releasing, changing the grip to that penguin grip, and then bringing it up and around, up and around, up and around. Okay, that is the grip version of this. Now we're going to bring in, I don't know who remembers the original of this. Ralph Macchio was in the original, wax on, wax off, the Karate Kid. And then it was redone with Jaden Smith. And anyway, I'm trying to remember. I saw both versions. But what we're going to be doing is doing this with an open hand. So why I say wax on, wax off is because you're going to be doing these weird hand positions as you're coming around to do this. This move will also be very handy to build on other things that you need to be doing. So when you need to have your hands in different positions, in like right now I'm in wall playing. So this is one of the technical terms of hooping if you're doing techie hooping, but I'm just trying to give you a little explanation on that. So what you're going to be doing is taking this around. So let me go the same direction clockwise. So I'm starting with that grip position at top just to start it out, because once you get it going, you're going to be having an open hand with this. So so this is a little hard to demonstrate here, but when we're going around, you're going to be doing kind of what it takes to keep the hoop, and it's on, you're going to be taking like so. So your hoop maybe, your hand may be adjusting as you're going around to keep the hoop on. So the object of the game is not to have your hands straight, because the hoop can fly off your hand in that direction. So at the bottom, you're going to be having your hand like this, and at the top, let's see here, top you might be like that, and at the bottom you might be like this. And on the side, you might be hooked in, and on the other side, you might be hooked in the other direction, okay? So your hand is going to be moving around. Now, rather than think about the technical terms of my hand has to be here, 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 I want you to do what's necessary to move the hoop around if you are trying this little bit more advanced version of this around the world. So you're going to be doing this. Sorry, this is hard to do in slow motion. I'll try to do it in slow motion. So I'm getting a little extra, what I call flourishing, when I get a little extra. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take the hoop all the way around. So my arm is circling all the way around, around, around. And my hand is doing whatever it takes to keep the hoop on my wrist. So that it does not fly off the hand. So I'm kind of using the hand as So when I do hand hooping here and I talk about the thumb as being the little thumb break, your hand is being the whole break to keep the hoop hooked in. So you're doing a little bit of a hand hook in different directions depending on where you need to be with this. So so hopefully that helps you out there. There's a comment here. Thanks, Shay, to the exercise, but do not own a hoop yet. Oh, well, that's okay. But if you do not own a hoop, so the comment was, thanks, Shay, catch up with you later. I did the exercise, but don't own a hoop yet. And this is one of my old friends from high school. And well, I can help hook you up with a hoop. That's easy. And although I don't recommend, going to the toy store and getting a hoop, for something like this, you might be able to do it. Now, if you get a toy store hoop, just fair warning, they're small and light, so they fly really fast when they get out of control. So, for instance, this one, although it's a small hoop, is actually a heavier material. So this is a professional hoop that I've made. I do a complimentary hoop consultation, so I can put you in the right hoop for you. So it doesn't necessarily mean about size, because when people say, oh, it has to be up to your belly button and stuff like that, yeah, I throw that one out the window. If you're going to be doing waist hooping with it, then this is probably not a great size for you to start out with. But I can prove to you that you can get this going as a waist hoop. Now, most people can't do that. I have trained a long time to be able to do that. And I'm also turning. So that's one of the little cheating, but it's not really cheating, but it's a methodology for being able to keep it up. So depending on what you want to do with the hoop, I go with your goals, what you need, what you're going to be doing with it. Are you going to be outside with it and along a lot of stuff that's going to be all shredding your hoop? Then don't get a pretty taped hoop. Don't spend all that money getting your hoop tape. Get some tubing that will work, and because you can retape the hoop later, or just have a nice tubing and have it be plain. So like I have like this pearlescent polypro tubing that is really pretty and UV, so it glows under black light, or it's also brighter at dusk and dawn, kind of low light conditions. So that's kind of cool too. So anyway, if you want to know some of that stuff, give me a call, contact me, and let me know, and I will do a complimentary consultation, completely free. I also do a goal consultation as well. So if you are needing some health goals reached, I can work with you on that. Health goals, hooping goals, all kinds of stuff. So that's one of the things that you can do to work with me. So reach out, connect with me. I would be happy to work with you. I love working with people. I'm working with some people in business and getting their stuff all started and marketed, and media and all that kind of good stuff. So not a jack of all trades. I do have some specific skills. I am not skilled at everything in life, but I do have a bevy of talents gained from a lot of years of experience from, running a business. I'm great at giving advice to others too. Not so great about taking it myself all the time, but if you have some health challenges, I work with people that are going through and recovering from different things. So thank you so much for the hearts out. I really appreciate that. And my hubby just joined too. So hi, babe. So anyway, it's always nice to have that support. And we just performed together the other night, and it was really cool. So anyway, hopefully you got some good information here. So remember, hit that mint family, because that's good and energizing for being wound up in a good positive way without having to do the caffeine and or sugar, because I try and stay away from sugar and caffeine and all that kind of stuff. So I'm new to staying away from caffeine. I did wean myself off of coffee a long time ago, and then I went to just like instead of black tea into green tea, and then I'm trying to do even less caffeine than that. So anyway, yeah, so the energy with the mint family, remember that laughter yoga exercise with getting that clock, inhaling in and exhaling and laughing it out, and also that round the world. I don't know that I can do this at my desk. That's not it. So that's not it right there. So if your hoop is just rotating around the wrist, that's not it. But if your hoop is rotating either grip, 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 or with the no grip, and then you can add flourishes in there. So it's great to add in isolation with that. So if you're advanced, and then you can add in your linears, your cat eyes, all kinds of stuff, your K-rolls, all kinds of stuff. So have some fun with that and experiment. Comment below and let me know what your favorite part of the show was. What's one of your fun things of how you incorporate that hoop move in your hoop flow, and what do you do as a transition from that to something else that you love? Let me know in the comments. And so thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and tune in on Monday nights or watch the recording. Please, if you haven't already liked the Hip the Hoopla Facebook page, please do so, and subscribe to the Hip the Hoopla YouTube channel. I'm building that up and working on getting my subscribers increased, so I'm trying to put good information out there so that you have a reason to come there. And I put tutorials up there. I have some great playlists. I have a playlist of tutorials. I have a playlist of the Hoop Love Y'all show, so you can watch from the very beginning to the end. The beginning ones are a little longer. I've honed it down to a nice time format, so the later ones are shorter and more to the point. Alrighty, so keeping to that point and keeping on time. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. So rock on, peace out, and I will see you on the next one. So thanks for watching. Share, like, thumbs up, all that. Thanks. Take care. Bye.